Once you've created your Flipgrid account and you've created your first grid, it's now time to add topics to your grid that you want your students to respond to. So whenever you create a new grid in Flipgrid, it automatically generates two default grids that you can use but you don't have to use. This ideas one is something that you can use later on as students post their responses. If you find that a response is particularly good or thought-provoking, you can actually upgrade that response to an idea, and the students can then respond to a student-created topic. Down here, they assume that you may want to start out with using an introductions type of topic. So in order to get the students used to actually using Flipgrid, they can introduce themselves with a little short video clip. So just so that you can see what this generic one looks like, if you click on it, it's got a generic message here, which you can edit by clicking this little pencil icon over here. Welcome to our classroom grid. This is where we'll all learn together and share ideas. Introduce yourself in 90 seconds or less. So if you want to use that, you can use that. By default, it is active, which means that once you share your grid with your students, they would be able to see this one and respond to it. If you don't want it active and you don't want to use this one, you can change it from active to inactive. The difference between inactive and frozen, by the way, is inactive means the students won't even see it, whereas frozen, you can freeze grids, freeze topics that you have already used with your students, and the students would be able to view the responses, but they wouldn't be able to add anything new. So let's just go back over to our grids homepage, and there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can click on My Grids, but you will also see, as you get into specific topics, a breadcrumb trail up here at the top. So if I want to go back specifically to Miss Robinson's classroom, which is the grid that we're working on, I can click on it over here. So now we have our grid and we want to create a new topic for the students to respond to. So we're going to go down over here to where it says New Topic, and you're going to click on that. And it's going to ask you a series of details for your particular topic. The first being the topic title. So this is what's going to stand out in bold letters when the students get to your grid. So you'll type in your topic. So my topic title is Would You Rather? I have a series of topics that I'm going to have the students try and defend their response to a particular topic that I'm going to add here. So Would You Rather is my topic title. Topic tip is optional. You can put that in there if you want. Topic display date, when do you want this to appear on your grid? By default, it will put in the current date. And then the video response time, how long do you want to give the students to respond? So when you click on this, you can see there's a whole bunch of different options to choose from. The default is always 1 minute and 30 seconds, but you can change it to less or more depending on when you want it to cut off for the students. I'm going to leave it at the default for this one. Now, topic description, question, this is the important part because this is where you're going to give directions or give the problem, theme, question, whatever it is you want the students to respond to. So I've added my topic description question here, and this is going to be a math type of question. Would you rather buy a pair of jeans at 30% off or get $30 off a pair of jeans? Which is the better deal? Defend your answer with math reasoning. So once you have your question in there, and you get 500 character limit, so you can be longer than that, topic privacy is the second section. Now, by default, this is turned off, meaning video moderation. If videos are moderated, you must approve them before they actually become visible to the other students in the class. So right now it's turned off, which means after a student responds to your question with their video, it's going to post right away, and then other students will be able to see each other's videos. This is up to you as to whether you want to have this on or off, because there's pluses and minuses to both. If you have it off, obviously management-wise it's easier because they'll automatically post. And then if you turn it on, the videos are not going to post unless you log into Flipgrid and you make each one of the students' responses active. So if you want to make sure that students are doing this appropriately and you don't want them to post automatically, that can be an area where you might want to turn this on. Another case where you might want to turn this on is if the answer that they're responding to is a little bit more definitive, like in terms of a math problem, and you don't want the students to be viewing each other's answers before they really had time to think about their answer and kind of think about it for themselves. You can turn that on. It's really a judgment call, so you can determine which way it works best for you. If you go scroll down below, topic status, it was automatically set to active, which means as soon as we save this topic, it's going to be available on the grid. If you are not ready for this to become available and you're doing this ahead of time, you can change it to inactive. Launch and freeze dates. Right now it's automatically set to appear today as soon as I save this and to never disappear. If you want this to freeze at a certain date so that students can no longer respond after a certain date and you have a cutoff, you can put that in here. Topic resource can be important. You saw that I had written directions as to what I want the students to respond to, but you can also add additional resources. So if you wanted to record your own video of yourself giving directions, you could do that. You could upload a video if you have a video already saved to your computer. If you wanted the students to view a YouTube clip or a Vimeo clip or something like that that they are responding to in addition to your written directions, you can do that. You click here and you just have to paste the URL of the link that you want to include. You can upload an image if you have saved. You can add a Giphy, which is sort of like a moving picture, or you can add an emoji. Again, that's optional. You scroll down, topic attachments. This is also optional. Don't be fooled by the word attachments because you're not actually uploading a file like a PDF that you save to your computer. These are files that are saved to some sort of cloud type of thing like Office 365 or Google Doc or Dropbox or YouTube. It's not something that you're choosing from your computer. You go down here to video features. This is another area where you want to pay a little bit of close attention. This is what's going to give the students the ability to do some fancy things with their videos. Do you want the students to be able to decorate their selfies with drawings and stickers? Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it can be a distraction. That's totally up to you. Video reactions. Do you want the students to be able to react to other students' videos by putting an emoji of some kind on it, which is like their version of a like? Do you want to display how many times a video has been viewed? That's totally up to you. Attachment link, allow students to include an external link. Again, totally your call. Do you want it to be public so that everybody can see it, or do you want it to be private so that it's only visible to the teacher? Student replies. This is automatically on, which means after a student posts their response to your question, their video response, other students in the class will be able to respond in video format to what another student posted. Sometimes this can be part of the assignment, have somebody look at another student's response and respond to what they're saying. Or if you don't want that as a feature at all, you can turn it off. And then over the last one is video title, allow students to add a title to their video. Again, by default it's on, you can choose to have it on or off. This last section over here is feedback, and basically feedback is just another word for a rubric. So if you are going to use this as some kind of assignment and you're going to give the students some feedback on how they did, the default is their basic feedback where you would grade them on performance and ideas, and I think it's a 1 out of 5 scale that you would use, or you can click on custom feedback and you can add your own criteria. That's totally up to you. You don't even have to do it, even though you have to choose one. So once you have all the information in for your topic, you will click create topic. It will generate the code here. Now let me just be a little bit specific here because it's giving you 2 codes, and I'll show you how to get these outside of this little window as well. This first link over here, this is the link to my grid, my entire grid. And what I mean by that is if I were to give the students this particular link here, it would give them access to the grid as well as every single topic that I have posted. If you just wanted to give them a direct link to just this topic we created, and so that they're not seeing all the other topics that are on the grid, you would give them this one here. Totally, again, a judgment call as to what you want the students to have access to or to see when they click on the link. So we're done and we're now ready to go. So you can see right now, here's my topic. It's active. If I'm not ready for it to be active, I can change it to inactive. And if I am ready to share this topic and give my students access to it, I click on Share Topic. We're going to share it by URL. You don't have to worry about using this flip code, because most of us are not going to be doing this via an app. We're going to be using a web browser. So this is the link that you would give the students for this topic alone, and this would not show any other topics in your grid. So you could copy that. And once you have it copied, you can paste it into your OneNote notebook, however you would normally distribute digital data to your students. So once it's copied, paste it, students click on it, they'll be prompted to log in with Office 365, and then they'll be able to respond to it. The next video, I'm going to show you what it would look like on the student end and how they would actually respond to your topic.